Senator John Kennedy is a Republican on the Appropriations Committee. Senator Kennedy, thank you for joining us today.
You bet, Senator.
So first off, what do you make of the administration's response to the absolutely horrific situation happening in Puerto Rico right now? How is the administration handling in their response?
Well, I think the administration's doing a much better job than some members of the national media, and certainly the Democrats are giving him credit for. That's one example of where nothing that the president does will ever satisfy our friends on the Democratic side. I'll give you another example, though. I've been listening to your clips of what Chuck Schumer said about our tax reform bill being a tax cut for the rich. You know, I've noticed something since I've been in Washington these 9 months. Lying is a growth industry around here. Now, I really like Chuck. I think he's a great guy. I don't agree with him. But when it comes to tax reform, our bill, he's going through a phase. It's called brain dead. Our bill will do more for middle-class Americans, working families, ordinary people, whatever you want to call it, than anything this town has done in 50 years. So I've got to set the record straight on that. I mean, Chuck is just not telling you the truth about this bill.
And Senator Kennedy, to let everybody know what Chuck Schumer said, he said this is a giveaway to the rich, this tax plan. It's a major disappointment, he called it. You have responded by penning an op-ed, Senator Kennedy, a tax code for the middle class, you call it. Let's invest in the American dreams. You wrote nearly 3/4 of Americans opt to take the standard deduction when filing their taxes. It's simple, it's fair, and it requires less documentation than itemizing. All Congress needs to do is to double the standard deduction across the board in order to inject more than $600 billion back into the economy over 10 years. And you cited a 2014 CRS report.
It's very simple. Take an ordinary couple making $70,000 a year. Mom and dad both work. They take the standard deduction. They file jointly. They pay about $3,500 in federal income tax. Now, they pay a lot more in taxes, but $3,500 in federal income tax. Double their standard deduction, and that's going to give them an extra $1,800 of their own. They can spend it on whatever they want. That's not a tax cut for the rich. That's a tax cut for people who get up every day and go to work and obey the law and pay their taxes and need a little help.
If it's that easy, why can't Republicans sell this?
I'm sorry. I think we can and we are, but you've got to refute nonsense as spoken by my friend Chuck Schumer. It's not just nonsense; it's nonsense on a stick, and he knows that. Chuck's base has white-hot hatred for Donald Trump, and they're never going to say anything good about the tax package. And maybe he believes it, but you can believe 2 + 2 = 5, and that doesn't make it correct. He's just wrong.
I want to get your response, Senator Kennedy, to HHS Secretary Tom Price.
Yep.
He's under fire for using government resources for personal use. He was asked on camera with a microphone whether he thinks he should be fired. Listen to this.
We're gonna work through this, and as I think we've still got the confidence of the president, and we continue to work on important issues like flu vaccination.
Senator Kennedy, what did you make of his response?
No excuses here. Can't put lipstick on this pig. It's a pig. Now, Tom shouldn't have done this. Whether he stays on is between him and President Trump. But taking these charter flights, playing the big shot on the taxpayer's dime when you can go by bus or train or regular commercial air. Can't put lipstick on this pig.
Should he be fired? Should he be fired, Senator?
That's not my call. That's up for him and the president. But if you're asking me if I think it's wrong, it's dead wrong. It's more than wrong. And he can't. Don't defend this. It's indefensible.
All right, Senator Kennedy, really good to have you on this afternoon. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.